Alright, this is my Raptor 660 that I bought pretty much in pieces. I just thought I'd give an update of what's going on. I literally bought this thing in pieces. The frame separate on eBay, the engine, the carburetors, the wheels, the swing arm, the control arms, the shocks, the wheels and tires came together, but I pieced this thing together, even the fender brackets and the fenders. When I got this engine bolted in here, the guy was nice enough to send me an old wrecked harness for free, which I got working. Update, the carburetor had a huge clog in the fuel inlet. It wasn't the jets, it was actually the inlet on the carburetor was filled with like RTV and some pieces of cardboard. It took me 15 minutes to clean this out. And then I had to put a new petcock on the fuel tank. When I got the engine running, the engine wouldn't circulate oil from the oil tank over there, and I had to take the crankcase or the clutch side cover off to put a new oil pump in it because the oil pump had a piece of metal clogged in it. After I did that, and I replaced the clutch side seal on it, and then I've repaired the electrical harness on a bunch of places. Although the engine runs, it revs. Once I get it up like to a middle range rev, it just kind of cuts in and out. It still runs. I was able to drive it up and down the street, switch through all the gears, and that's doing good. But the engine seems like it's still leaking coolant a little bit out of somewhere, some orifice, and there's a minor oil leak on the bottom, maybe, hopefully, because it's missing one of the crank kinks bolts right here. If you can see that, probably not. Yeah, there's a hole right there. Yeah, that right there. Anyways, so I've got three problems with this right now. The rev, I think, is just hopefully a rev limiter issue, which there's a couple YouTube videos on how to fix. Grounding out the rev limiter, the reverse switch to something. Oh God, like sorting out all the electrical on this was hard. And then the radiator seems to kind of pulse radiator fluid out of the overflow tube every once in a while. I don't know if that's normal or not. I've still got a lot of work to do, but it was victorious today because I got to drive it up and down the street for the first time after fixing the oil pump and the carburetor. And I still think I'm going to have to buy a new niche cylinder head. It has a new cylinder and piston on it. That's what they said when they sent me the engine. But I'm just happy that it actually runs. But like I said, I've got three issues to fix. The rev issue, the coolant issue coming from some weird place, I don't know yet, and then I've yet to drain the oil and see if any coolant has mixed with the oil. This engine is kind of overly complicated. I don't know how it compares to most 450s. I guess everybody's got a separate oil reservoir, but it's still got a bunch of little stuff on it that I have to fix. I'm probably thinking I'm going to take the cylinder head off of it and look for warpage, see if they put the right type of gasket in it. And another thing, the swing arm, when I got it, I thought they just rethreaded this, the adjustment bolt right here. There's an adjustment bolt right here and then an adjustment bolt. The old one's gone and they put this 17 millimeter big bolt in here. I didn't think that they rethreaded it right, but it actually works. It actually turns all the way in and turns all the way out, so I was able to tighten or tension the chain on both sides. So for now, the swing arm works fine. I got this new chain on here. But yeah, it's still leaking oil from maybe the water pump and the middle of the crankcase. Hopefully I can fix that with a gasket. But man, I wish I had a certified Yamaha mechanic here that could just tell me what I needed to do with this thing and if it was even worth messing with. It does run, but I've still got work on it to do. I just hope it's something that I can fix at home.